What's up, y'all? Xenoverse 3 is real. Yes, it's finally real, so let's talk about it. So I'm at the Steam page of Xenoverse 3 right here. That is because we're going to be talking about two topics. The first one is if Xenoverse 3 is going to have character creation or not. And then the other one is more so just my predictions on what I think could possibly be in Xenoverse 3. So let's go ahead and talk about the first one. Let's scroll down right here and let's read these two parts about this game. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 is a completely new Dragon Ball experience where you decide the hero you want to be in an unexplored Dragon Ball world. Age 1000, a whole new world. Step into a brand new future Dragon Ball universe filled with unique original characters brought to life by Akira Toriyama, the original author of Dragon Ball. In Age 1000, the journey through a developed and vibrant West City. Explore the bustling city, encounter characters, and uncover exciting new stories. Take your place in the story and experience what awaits in West City. Guided into the ranks of Great Saiyan Squad, you'll fight alongside allies as events there begin to take shape. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 delivers an action-adventure experience packed with intense battles and extensive character customization options. In Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3, the world of Dragon Ball continues to expand. More information coming soon. Mature content description. Developers describe the content like this. Fantasy violence is presented throughout the game, with characters engaging in combat using energy-based attacks, close quarters combat, and weapons. Players may also encounter mild profanity, revealing outfits, and crude humor during gameplay. That is the whole description right here. Now, they don't use the word creation at all. They only use customization, extensive customization options. If you look at right here, it does say where you decide the hero you want to be in an unexplored Dragon Ball world. Now, if you look at the tags right here, it does say character customization. Now, if you look at Xenoverse 2, let's compare the both of them right here. Let me just pause this real quick. And let's scroll down. So I'm not going to read the entirety of this, just only some of it. Your story, your avatar, your Dragon Ball world. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is the ultimate Dragon Ball gaming experience, packed with thrilling action, epic battles, and endless customization options. Create your own character, explore Kanton City, and team up with iconic characters from the series as a teacher to train and be ready to battle against formidable enemies to rescue the flow of history. As you progress through the game, you can customize your character's appearance, abilities, and moveset, allowing you to create a truly unique and powerful fighter. So that's what it says right here. But I also want to go ahead and look at Xenoverse 1. So I'm not going to read the entirety of this either, just only some of it. For the first time ever, the Dragon Ball universe is coming to Steam! Dragon Ball Xenoverse revisits famous battles from the series through your custom avatar who fights alongside Trunks and many other characters. Will the strength of this partnership be enough to intervene in fights and restore the Dragon Ball timeline we know? New features include the mysterious Toki Toki City, new gameplay mechanics, new character animations, and many other amazing features to be unveiled soon. Custom avatar. Players create their very own Dragon Ball character to take place in the Dragon Ball world. Choose Earthling, Majin, Saiyan, Namekian, or Frieza clansman and start battling. New locations, a once dormant clock has started to tick again in the enigmatic and futuristic Toki Toki City. So that's what it says. If we look at, I don't know what that was, but if we look at right here, character customization, that's what one of the tags is here. Let me pause this real quick. So now let's look at who the developers are for Xenoverse. It is Dimps. For Xenoverse 2, it's also Dimps. And then for Xenoverse 3, it's also Dimps as well. So that is the constant right there throughout all three games, is that Dimps is the developer and they've been there since Xenoverse 1. I think it makes no sense for them to not have character creation, even though, yes, I will admit it does not say creation at all, unlike the last two games where it does say creation, but at the same time, they also say customization. So I think they kind of, in a sense, use those words a little bit interchangeably, especially since they all have the exact same tags as character customization. Not only that, it says right here, more information coming soon. I don't know why I highlighted that. So that means that they're gonna add more, they're gonna update this description. So I think they're gonna update this along with them releasing either teaser pictures or trailers of Xenoverse 3 as time passes on, as we get closer to 2027. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. So let's move on to the second topic, prediction on what could be in Xenoverse 3. Well, there's like a few talks about races. So I do think there is definitely going to be a demon race in Xenoverse 3, considering that there's this character right here. So there is this character right here, which we don't know her name at all, but she is a demon because in Daima it was confirmed that all demons do have pointy ears right here. And then another thing that I want to bring up is the transformations. So this right here is Moon Keku, which you can see right here on the side is 3D modeler, and he mods Xenoverse 2, so he knows all about the modeling and everything like that. So I want to bring this point right here. By the way, his Twitter is going to be in the description down below. His mods are great. So it says, okay, so from the perspective of someone who has made mods for over 10 years to the same franchise, I don't expect several extra races for Xenoverse 3, but there are quite a few races that can be easily share assets, just like humans, Saiyans share the same folder, which I mean, it is true. If anybody has modded Xenoverse 2, you'll know that. So right here, Moonkeku lists humans, Saiyans, android, glins, and adjacent pointed eared characters can all share the same assets and will be easy additions. Biggest difference between them would be their movesets and available awoken abilities. So he says right here, can share the same assets. So even if they share the same assets, just like how he pointed out that their movesets and abilities could be different, right? That could be different. But let's read this third one right here. There is no reason, technically speaking, to have a sub-race like half human, half Saiyan, for example, just setting some expectations. So that's what Moon Keku said, and it is interesting to bring that up. So even though that Xenoverse 3 won't use the same models as Xenoverse 2, but the fact is that these share the same assets, that means it could be pretty easy to have an android race, a glins, aka demon race in Xenoverse 2, just like how the trailer showed. And I want to bring up another post from Moon Keku. One last thing, as soon as the Breakers release, people noticed that some of it seemed like testing grounds, including different hairs for Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 4. Not only that, but when Daima Super Saiyan 4 was fully revealed, we also noticed how much more CAC friendly the form was. Not saying the game will have Super Saiyan 4, but smiley face. What Moon Keku means here is that Daima Super Saiyan 4, it's easier to implement than GT Super Saiyan 4, because he says right here it's more CAC friendly. So you're gonna see right now like an edit that I did of what forms that they could market for the existing races to be, you know, in Xenoverse 3. The first one is Saiyans will have Super Saiyan 4 Daima version, and then Frieza race would have the Black Frieza form. Namekians would have orange form, and then humans will have the buff form, and that's how it is. Now for Android race, what they could have is the Super Android 13-esque transformation. They could definitely have that. especially since, well, there is a mod for it in Xenoverse 2, so I don't see why not that they could just have that. Now, when it comes to the glens, aka demons, that one would be interesting because there's like a few things that they could definitely have. One is the third eye, like how Goma used, as well as the Bora's father used as well. Could be that. Or maybe some sort of dark form that they had like in Dragon Ball Super Hero, like Super Dragon Ball Heroes in that game. So they could go to those two routes, but again, that's a little bit up in the air. Oh, and I forgot to mention that Majins, they could have that mimic Super Saiyan 3 type transformation, like how Majin Buu had in Daima. That one right there, yeah, they could definitely go ahead and market that. Those could be the transformations to hype up people for this game. So another prediction that I want to bring up for Xenoverse 3 is movesets. I think there will be different movesets. And of course, movable Saiyan tails. But definitely moveset. So one of the ways that we could have movesets, how that mechanic could work, is that once we have mentors and once we complete all the mentor lessons from them, then we'll also be able to unlock their moveset. And then we'll have very similar moveset to them. Maybe not the same, maybe there could be like a few little differences here and there, but that would make it so that not everybody is the same. Even if they choose the same race, it's just not everybody's the same. And kind of like the only way that you could tell if somebody chooses, like, let's say a Saiyan, for example, is if they transform into the Super Saiyan transformations, or humans, if they have the full buff form, like how Master Roshi has it, things of that nature. That would be like the only distinctions, at least from when it comes to Saiyans and humans, since in Xenoverse 2, I mean, they kind of look almost alike, right? Especially since, they share the same file, like how Moon Keku said. And then one final prediction is that it's more so Super Saiyan transformations that we could definitely see in Xenoverse 3. So we have like the base Super Saiyan 1 through 3, right? And then we have God, Blue Evolution, those ones. But maybe we could see Super Saiyan Rose, and then maybe Legendary Super Saiyan or Full Power Super Saiyan Berserk. That transformation has a lot of names. I'm just gonna call it Legendary Super Saiyan. In my eyes, that's how I always see it as. So those transformations, definitely. And of course, Super Saiyan 4, but most likely we're gonna see Daima Super Saiyan 4. I'm not sure if you'll see both transformations from Daima and GT together in Xenoverse 3. That's kind of a little bit up in the air. But yeah, that's all of my predictions. So let me know what y'all think about that. And also, let me know what y'all want to see in Xenoverse 3. What is your predictions? And also your thoughts about the conversation of if Xenoverse 3 is going to have character creation or not. So if you're curious about how my experience is in Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour 2026, because I did attend that event in person, there's going to be a video up on the screen right now. So anyways, that's it. See you.